Right, meow.
Right. Meow.
Right, meow.
Y'all, you know how fast you were going?
Do you know how fast you were going?
Meow.
Do you know how fast I was going?
Well, I will tell you
63.
that this
I
is
was going the
not
speed limit, officer.
working.
People still pull people over for speeding.
I believe they do.
In which country?
America.
Not in Florida.
America.
Hmm.
Live. Let's
America.
see.
We're
See if this is
cute.
gonna work.
Is it
And
working?
is it? It is. We
I don't
just
even have
got
to.
it. Yay, I did it.
Emails are piling up.
Woohoo. They are.
Good title.
They are. We're gonna go over those said emails just for shits and gets. Let's pop out the zoomy. There's the zoomy. See if we can do this.
Hey, look, my webcam's working.
Got it. What's up, fellas? Welcome back. Um, let's not accidentally end this for everybody again. There's
Yeah.
there's the bottom of it.
We should definitely accidentally end it for everybody.
I'm,
No, that's not going to
I'm
be
going
good.
to end the live stream.
There we go. There we go. All right, let's check out these comments right off the rip. Dave76, you bloke. Hello, how are you? A-Rod, what up, my man? Jake Thomas, everybody. Zeekster, what's up, dude? I meant to call you the other day. King Rancher, what is up, everybody? So we got a good title tonight. Emails, they are piling up. We're gonna go through some emails and kind of kick back tonight and see what you guys are talking about. We got a bunch of people trying to get in, get their rigs situated. I know Ray's got a bunch. He's uh, got going on with the shop, and we try to answer everybody in a timely manner. But gosh, golly, it is tough to get back to you guys sometimes, and understandable with problems that you guys have. To dissect this all in the email, and you can only imagine it can be challenging sometimes. So why not do it all together? OBS Life, yes, yes. Thursday? What's Thursday?
Dienstag auf Deutsch.
What time is it? What time is it? Hello, fellas. A-Rod looking for an email address or the contact info to schedule a HPFP swap to DCR. So go to any video on the channel. Email is in the description, and it is also located in the About tab. Or why don't I just put it right here? There we go. Let me put that at Gmail. There we go. Boom. What's up, boys? Um, Lunchtime, evening, fellas? Let's go to the emails. I know I have screen share on. Bearded Fortech was showing us some stuff. Um, let's check this out. We had one the other day. I was going over with Mr. Cody. He knows what I'm talking about on this one. This guy's got a steel body truck. I've been reached out a couple of times for some of these things that we're going to be talking about right here. He says, "Good afternoon. I am back and I have an injector knock. The shop ended up replacing a number 4 injector under warranty. Cool. 150 miles later, he's starting to hear another knock again. I purchased Forescan and reset the high pressure fuel system learned values. I have attached a couple of pictures of the fuel balance. First picture is the truck is cold. The second is the truck is running at 70. Third truck is idle, warmed up. And the DTC for injector number 7. Now he's got Forescan pulled up, and there's some PIDs he's looking at that I don't usually look at these values on IDS, so they're a little, I don't know, not really usually what I see, except for this DTC P02DB, and that is I can't, don't know why I can't scroll to the side here. This picture, it is offset learning for number 7. So why would we be having one injector go down same code for that cylinder? Now he's got another code for another cylinder. All the IQAs are programmed. Do we have a pump that's coming apart?
That sounds like a pumper DEF.
That is not a good. That is not a good. I know the fuel system will start to act real funny when we get I don't want to say full blown out metal glitter paint, but when it starts breaking down, we'll have the injectors. I don't know, what do you Cody, like what would you say, the spray gets messed up because they are all coded for the flow rate of each injector, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, it'd be
the
like the spray pattern, or they're starting to get metal in them and starting to clog.
David Hodge, A-Rod, I sent my email. Okay, we'll be looking. We'll be looking and we'll be awaiting. More emails, they're coming in. I highly suggest you all requesting this while they're in there. I had 2 of these back to back with 90, 100,000 miles with the bushing, shifting axially. Customer would have came back shortly if I would have looked at, inspect this sold out. 2 Dog Garage says he had an answering phone call today. The Ford dealership called me wanting to send a tech out to my house to do a software update for the PCM and TCM on my 22 F350. Thought this was strange.
Nope,
I
their new mobile units going to do their
mobile units.
recalls. The mobile units doing the recalls pretty normal nowadays.
Yeah, I will say that I've heard that more and more now, especially with
They're-
them BS
they're
recalls.
They're just sending them out to do recalls now.
Hazel.
Hey, when do you think they're going to get so short-staffed that they let the rest of us do recalls too?
It's not gonna take that much longer.
Yeah.
Hashtag mass exodus.
They should have listened during all those focus groups. Nuh-uh.
Quit shorting us on warranty time.
Aaron, are you talking?
Can you not hear me?
No, you were gone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear
Good.
me now?
Ford Asset Tech. I didn't see this one. 22S22. Okay, I know a couple guys that want to get this done. Transmission output planetary 4. Yep. If any one of you 2020 model year guys are getting this performed, pay the extra money, around 6 or 7 hours, for them to install the updated CDF. That's a good point. If you're in there, you might as well take that piss poor one up. I don't email my mans, I just text them. Ha!
Bro, you can't be flexing like that, talking about text messages. It'll make everybody else go, hey, I want that phone number too. Like you can't do that. Like that's privileged information, man. You can't
This
do it.
guy is the old school. He be letting know where the Eve lurk.
Eve will be lurking.
He my fox body boy. Let's go down here. We'll read one more comment here. We'll jump into another email. I don't. I see you. Aaron, your mic's out. Yep, I think I'm good. Hey, A-Rod. Yep. Hey, Rod's broken. No recall on my 22. If you guys have your VIN, if you want to check for some recalls, we have the database pulled up. If you guys want to get a quick checky check. Over the air updates. Just had a guy with a 21 just say he got a whole bunch of over the air updates, and finally he has full screen Apple CarPlay, and is wondering why it took so long. Fox for life. Mhm. And the 6.0s, yeah, and the 6.0s. I'm still waiting for my 6.0. Hopefully, we're gonna be facilitating that soon. Okay, jumping back into another email. Let's go back to the knock, knock, knock.
Knockity knock. Knockity knock knock.
Somebody's asking about the triple, the triple, the triple. I don't talk about filter system. It's like over and over. Dude's texting me. I don't eat mail. I just text. I love it. I love it. Two back to back. Um, all I was gonna say is read the BBB. I don't. That's all I'm gonna say. Tomorrow we have. Speaking of the emails, I just see his email. We were going back and forth. 22. He's driving from New Jersey. We're gonna be doing a heated steering wheel. We're going to be doing some limitless malarkey. We're going to do a little bit of fancy fingering with the force scans to adopt that heated wheel into the truck. One thing, here's another one. I have heard people complain about this, and maybe you guys have heard just in the comment section here, because I haven't had one come to me complaining about it, and I have a 60-gallon tank, and I know mine doesn't. Super Duty lean sag. This guy reached out and says he's got a 20 F350 and that it is off by 3/4 to an inch low on the rear driver's side, measuring to the wheel wells. He says he's been reading the threads, and he thinks it he loves the truck, but it looks silly leaning, and he wanted to know if I had any fixes or any videos on this, and I do not. Um, have you you guys, does your truck lean? You guys got a lean in Super Duty? I think that's kind of weird, but have you seen my baseball? Jeep
You mean
tub,
like a
excuse me.
squatted Super Duty? Is that what you're
Not a
talking about?
squatted, no, just where it's leaning to the side.
Hmm.
Like it's got too much weight on the left side, or the geometry of something's not right. I don't know. I haven't had that myself.
It's a leaf spring.
Dave, what's up, my buddy? I appreciate you. We were
There's
going on a service call.
there's a procedure for that in the workshop manual.
Oh, gee whiz. Did you just copy and paste that from something? Ah, he must have been saving that. He must have been saving that from the peanut gallery. Freddie, what up, Fred? Just a question. Do you blame Ford for all of us leaving, or just the dealer? I blame the dealer for us leaving. Let's think about this. Let me digest that again. Do you blame Ford for all of us leaving? Okay, yes. Or the dealer? Yes. I blame the dealer for most of us leaving. Yes. I actually think it's a combination, because I think Ford's got their issues that trickles down to us. And then we have these micromanaged policies within the institution, and culminating with that and this, and it's just a perfect storm. So Fred, yes, I think to both of those, part A and B of those questions, I appreciate you. Yeah, totally yes. 100%.
I do not think that the dealerships understand that they represent the manufacturer, not just to the customers, but to the employees as well. And I think that because I remember my first dealership job, I was like 22, 23, something like that. I was a youngin'. And I thought I worked for Chevrolet. I was like, yay, I got a job with GM. Hooray, hooray. I didn't realize how the hierarchy system worked. And I can kind of back up that opinion because we had a new guy a couple years ago, and he was working fleet services for Mercedes. And this kid ran around the dealership talking about, I work for Mercedes-Benz. I work for Mercedes-Benz. And we're going, no, you work for the dealership that sells
Uh-huh.
Mercedes-Benz cars. You need to stop that because they're building you up to something that you're not. That way you feel important, and then they can lay their crap on you. You know, here's your mandatory Saturday. Here's your free pizza for doing all this slave work after hours. Here's, I'll get you on the next one. And here's this. And it always comes down to money because the dealerships are always getting squeezed for money from the manufacturers due to their chargebacks and whatever else they got going on. And they don't absorb that cost. They dump that on the employees.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
it's a massive culture problem. And it starts at the top of the chain and then the shit rolls downhill. That's the way it works.
Like remember we were talking about uh um the company does good, and then you turn around and all your employees get this Pizza Hut book it pizza party. Like, man, what the heck is this? Yeah, corporate thing,
Yeah.
S King.
We'll give you free $5 pizzas from wherever land if you work your extra 8 hours on a Saturday. And then you walk in, there's nothing to do. So you sit around for 4 hours when you could have been doing something else.
Whoa, DS Trucks is here. No kidding.
There you go.
Is he sleeping in the chat?
No, he up and live. Front and rear lean verification correction. Well, I'll be a son of a beast thing.
There is. There's a
Look at that.
procedure.
Ooh, even pointing out the body mounts. Oh, a shim there. I've never seen that before. Interesting, interesting. Oh, what a pain in the DICK. Oof. Mm-mm-mm. First off, how did it get like that, you know? Brand new truck, it's already got a lean, like WTF. Why, what, did they forget something?
Don't know, but there's a whole procedure on how to fix it.
I can say
The
I've
left
never
side
seen it.
springs were made by one manufacturer, and then the right side spring was made by
Ooh.
another manufacturer, and they've got different load ratings. That's
Ooh.
What is it? One made on a Wednesday, one made on a Friday.
yeah.
One was made overseas and one was made. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan.
No, we get the box, right? We get the box, and it says majority of contents made in the People's Republic of China, but assembled in America. I'm like, what?
And then they slap an American flag on the
Yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I'm so tired of being lied to.
That's all we could do is get lied to.
Isn't it? Doesn't it just wear you down?
Lied to.
Lied to by lesser mortals.
Hi, babe. Okay, another email. Let's see here. What kind of saggy bag and sag and berry? Bag and sag and berry. We got a guy coming from Canada to put in a 2017 cooler guts of the EGRs in his 2011. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cruel. Where? Oh. Okay, what's this one? This guy's name's Chris. Nope, not Chris. Oh, somebody's getting a Putco 2017er. 2017er. He's coming in. He's coming in looking fancy. A lot of guys reached out after watching the video I did down at Ray's with the tow truck and enabling the manual regen option in your instrument cluster. A lot of you guys are really interested with that, and it makes me happy to see that you guys want to stay on top of your DPF because I think a lot of the problems that we have with these trucks start with that crap clogging up and people not knowing when it's in the middle of doing it. And then you pull up to the girl's house, you pull up to the Home Depot, and you just cut it off. Well, it was in the middle of cleaning, you didn't know. So I think you guys staying on that is great. It's great. Oh, here's one. Congrats on quitting. Oh, thanks. Steering issues on a 2023. Hmm. Who in here right now? Let's see. What are we working with? What are we working with? All 100 of yous. Out of the 100 of you, who how many of you guys got 23s? This guy's got a 23 250. He thinks it's a beast of a truck, except for the steering. He says, when I picked up the truck, the steering felt very vague. It's like I had to constantly correct. I found the lane keeping function, which I've heard a lot of people freaking hating and are turning it off. He said that feature made him feel very uneasy as he was getting used to the truck. He would constantly have to correct it, and it felt like it was doing it on its own. With that off, he doesn't feel the steering's that much better at all. It is not the death wobble. He knows what that is. It's not the death wobble. The truck only's got 700 miles on it. It was back to the original dealer, and they are clueless to what is even going on, and he's about had it. So
Have they compared it to a like unit?
it does not say that.
I had the same issue with an Expedition. I had to recalibrate the front camera.
Ooh, really? What was the customers complaining?
That going down the road, it was kind of like this customer saying that you would have to overcorrect it or try to correct it all the time. Sometimes it felt like it would try to pull you into a lane because it's trying to see the dots on the road, but the camera was out of alignment and it couldn't see it. As soon as I recalibrated it and drove again, fine.
I wonder if I'll have to ask Zoodat. I wonder if that could be done with Forescan. That might be something that needs to be done with FDRS if I were to guess. 99 Dodge sloppy gearbox leaking all over the place. Driving by the AI, yeah, F that. Have you guys driven with the Blue Cruise, Ford's Blue Cruise on the F-150? Actual hands-free. Have you guys ever had to do that? Or been in one that's had that? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Well, Anthony, I will let this 23 Super Duty guy know. That's definitely a good idea. Big mention, big reminder. Before I forget, if you guys did not know already, we have our merch up on the store. Got the screwdrivers, the stickers, taking pre-orders for the shirts and everything. You guys go over and check that out. And Rain Man's got his stuff, and the wife unit's got her stuff, and
website's in the chat because I'm a good shameless self-promoter.
Oh yeah.
Yes, all merch is available on RaymanRaysRepairs.com.
You guys keep asking, so we wanna make sure we direct you. We were running into some snags in the beginning, but we finally got them all ironed out, and trying to give you guys some good product and whatnot. I just did get my own tumbler. I like the small one. It's pretty good. I'm excited for the shirts. I want the shirt.
Gene doesn't want your tumbler.
Who?
Gene Miller.
Gene Miller?
Right there. Yeah, in the chat.
That's cool.
I mean, you don't have to buy it.
Oh yeah, this guy This guy here in the Aussie wants to know when we can ship to Australia.
Down under, huh?
DCR ordered. Hell yeah.
I will get with our manager on how we open up international shipping. Yeah.
He does follow us. Maybe we could do like a one-off send to him and
I don't, we have to go through customs. The
yeah, I know,
problem
it was a
getting
pain in the
getting
butt.
stuff in other countries is going through customs.
It was double. I sent a shirt to somebody over there and it was he really wanted it and I felt bad for him. I'm like, ah, dude, yeah, whatever, bro. I'll send you a shirt. I'm like, $35 to ship something to Australia.
Hey,
Crikey.
listen, man. Whistle and Diesel is selling $70 t-shirts and people buy them. Okay, so
For real.
if your $25 shirt costs $20 or $30 to send it somewhere, you're still within the realm of, I guess, other people's reality. I mean, I wouldn't pay $70 for a t-shirt, but to each his own.
I
I'm
mean, he
just
was
saying
selling
the metrics of
$1,000
comparison.
t-shirts.
He is selling
I
$1,000
mean,
t-shirts, isn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
Don't those come with like a raffle ticket or something?
I have no idea.
Oh, speaking of emails and raffle tickets, I got like freaking chastised by a guy over this PT Cruiser because I was trying.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, I had the idea I was gonna raffle the PT Cruiser away,
Uh-huh.
and I was gonna use t-shirt and hat sales as a raffle ticket. So I was gonna make these PT Loser hats and a PT Loser t-shirt because I mean I rip on everything. So basically what I was gonna do is do one hat or one shirt as one entry or something like that. However the lawyers work it out. And so if you wanted the car, I'm willing to send the car anywhere in the country. Just I got to do the raffle just to pay for the car. And this guy was like, "Hey, you should just give me the car because so and so in my family needs one, and they have one of these cars, but theirs is broken and worn out, and it's not fair for you to make money off of people in need." And I'm going, "Well, I paid for the car. I paid the machine shop to fix the car. I put time in the car. I bought parts in the car. I'm willing to send the car across the country, which is going to cost about $1,200 to LTL a car somewhere. And I can't just give away $6,000. Like, and the sale price of the car is only going to limit someone local for getting a hold of it. Well, what if somebody in New York wants the car?
Mm-hmm.
So I figured if I do a raffle, then I get to pay for the car and then still give somebody the car. But this guy ripped me a new one because I'm taking advantage of poor people, what he said.
Mm.
I don't think I was doing that. I thought it was a good idea, but
Well, I think
I'm still going to do it.
a lot of people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes. It's like a perfect example. When I made that video, If I Quit, so many of you guys thought that happened the day before. And that was 90 days ago. And it's like what Ray's trying to do behind the scenes to orchestrate this and to put it all together. That person who's chastising him isn't looking at the big picture and realizing what is going on to make this happen. And it's like sometimes I think you guys like jump to the bit because don't realize that this stuff is in the works process, not happening the day before or the day. You know what I mean?
What you're trying to say is Rome wasn't built in a day and we're trying to construct an empire.
Yeah. I mean, the Spanish Armada.
Oh,
Tim,
Brian, he can't guilt trip me into a free PT Cruiser. I don't care how many people hate him. I mean the cruiser, not the guy. He's not getting a free cruiser out.
Brian, if you remember, he was the dude that came in with the darker blue Super Duty with those big ass chrome wheels. You remember when I first
Yeah.
came down there? You remember? Okay, I
Yep,
didn't know if you put two and two together.
I recall.
That's bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it is a nice truck.
That's bad motherfucker,
Oh yeah,
man.
that's the one that is that the one you were going to do the suspension work on it too, but we didn't have time. or is that a different one?
No, that
Different
was when I did
350.
the DCR. This
Yeah,
was the
yeah, yeah.
one that I just did the reprogram to reset his trans stuff.
I remember his face from the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, is it awkward that we're talking about your face while you're just hanging out in the chat?
That's funny. This guy has his head inserted fully. That could be a possibility.
I mean, he can buy T-shirts and hats and win the PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
That's what Lauren told him. He's like, hey,
So,
if you want the shirt, or if you want the car, just buy a shirt.
and by the
Yeah,
way, this
people.
email is for I could subject myself to further school absences. Thank you. Have a nice day. Steeple, I heard that you were feeling ill. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, another email here. We got a gentleman talking about, I've been getting quite a few of these, wanting to know, do I do the DCR or do I do the SNS disaster prevention kit? The guys who are wanting to do JM Synthetics, heck yeah, brother. We'll get you dialed in. The guys who are wanting to do the disaster prevention kit, are in the mindset right now, Bueller, of I'm going to wait until my CP4 fails and then I will be saved by the disaster prevention kit and then I'll put the DCR in. Well, it's roughly going to be 900-ish thousand, let's just say $1,000 for the disaster prevention. You're going to go and do that. You could put that money towards the pump and could be completely done with ever having to worry about the CP4. And I think it's way better to have that. I'm all for the disaster prevention kit, but now that the DCR's out and you don't need that, I mean, why even waste your time with the disaster prevention kit? I suppose if you had a fleet of trucks, you had like 8, 10 trucks, go ahead, put that disaster prevention kit on it, and then replace accordingly. Or do you ante up and kind of do like Beard Fortec and put on DCR, 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 DCR? And he's working with some ambulancias. So he's got a little more, I guess you could say, riding on the expectation of these ambulances performing. We don't want to run it again. Remember when them 6.0s were coming out, or when they were out, and they were having injector issues and head gasket issues, and Ford had extended coverage out for the ambulances for injectors. What was it? Oil coolers, Cody, turbochargers. Like, it was like all the big components they had extended coverage on. If you had
Mhm.
ambulance, or if it was in a fire truck or something. Amen. Is Jennifer a PT Cruiser? I miss a time when the dollar wasn't devalued and we weren't taxed at 80%. I remember the time frames where you would ride, Jenny, where you would ride all day on your bike and come home and the lights were coming on. And you could have $2.83. You could go get a Hot Wheel. You could go get some lunch with your friends and maybe a gumball. For real. You're not doing that no more. It's like somebody gives you $50 tip. You're like, well, fuck, what am I gonna do with $50? I can't even fill my tank up.
I mean, the Tooth Fairy is giving $20 bills now.
I mean, some people, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I
I,
mean,
I used to remember when they give quarters.
ooh, quarters. Amen, sucker. George Garage Monkey Mechanics. Ah, with a question mark. I like it. Hang out at Mickey D's. No. What I miss about the 80s is the 76 cents a gallon gas, 32 cents for diesel, a week worth of groceries for a family for 20 bucks, 150 month rent. Damn, I wouldn't even know what that's like.
You want to hear what I
Wow.
got diesel for last night in
Wow.
Kentucky?
What?
$3.19 at Bucky's.
For real?
Yeah,
I was 404 today.
I stretched out the rear tank just enough to get to Bucky's because I knew it was going to be cheaper than everywhere else.
Thank Obama. Yeah, we're all hurting. Wawa, dang.
We're not all hurting. It's just the people that pay taxes.
True that.
Hmm.
Everything is taxed.
Back in the
Literally
80s,
everything.
$5 gets us a weekend full of driving all around the mid-state.
And Erica and I went to Arby's and spent $30 on 2 meals.
Remember a couple years
$6,
ago,
man.
gas was like $1.85 a gallon.
Golly.
Cliff's like, don't do it, Ray. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, true that, Brian. For sure. 1985, 86 cents, $2.42 in 2023. 525. Damn.
Wow, that's not okay.
$20 per hour 30 years ago went a long way. That was true.
You
If
made a
you were
lot of
making
money at 20
for
bucks an hour
real,
30 years ago.
you were killing it.
That was like, I got a spare house kind of money.
Mm-hmm. Dang, boys making 20 bucks an hour for real.
Man, my first job was $4.50 an hour.
Dang.
What's up, gentlemen?
Worked at McDonald's.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, nothing. Just hanging out, complaining about taxes and the government, crap like that. You're just in
Mhm.
time.
We were going over emails, just
He's like, I'm leaving.
yeah.
Like, I gotta go. We can't be doing that. No, I'm out of here.
Just like backing up.
Like, oh, wait,
1968.
never mind. I went to the wrong room.
Yeah, I don't like paying taxes either. That's why when I gotta pay my personal property tax on my cars and my like my property, and I wait to the very last day to do it every year. I know it doesn't matter, but I feel better doing that.
And you should.
That's cool. That's cool. You'll
So
never be able to get from underneath it.
no.
Mm-mm-mm.
So what's new with you guys? What did I miss?
Not a whole lot. We're just talking about the never-ending plethora of emails that we get, and we're just kind of going through them, and a few of them, not like a whole bunch of them. Just kind of read them aloud and letting everybody, check it out.
Eric, you sent me a voicemail yesterday from your pocket,
No.
but I didn't have a missed call from you. I had a
I
voicemail.
called you yesterday and it rang twice and then it was silent.
Oh,
And then I was like, well, I felt like you just answered it and you were busy. And then I'm not the guy that's going to call you twice in a row. I don't do that.
oh, I never got a call. I got a voicemail. I think it showed up this morning. It was like voicemail from Eric, and I was like, okay. And then I listened to it, and it was just the word "this" from your pocket.
Weird. Well, at least that's all it was.
Yeah. Had it been sensitive information, I wouldn't have said it on the internet.
Oh, well, it could have been me yelling at somebody or my truck or one of the things, something happening.
That'd have been kind of cool.
Sometimes that
Cool.
happens.
I hope you don't get written up.
I had a situation with my BMW wagon. The hatch harness, from it flexing and going up and down, it frays the wiring. BMW trunks and hatches have had this problem since they've had trunks and hatches. And I did a repair. The right repair is to replace the whole harness, which is like $700 in parts, and it's probably
Oh.
4 hours aside. And I'm not about that, so I fixed the broken wires, And about 3 days ago, I came outside and my hatch was open,
Huh?
and I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't remember leaving that open." So I just closed it, didn't think anything of it, and then I'm at work and I'm walking by my car and I hear the sound of the power lift gate turn on, and I turn around and it's just doing it on its own. My keys are in my desk.
What the
And I'm
fuck?
like, you little. So I had to like go in there and figure out what wire was grounding and triggering that to turn on. So yeah, I yell at my car sometimes.
It's acceptable.
Just let it out, man. Just let it out. Sometimes you got to let the rage out.
I mean, I don't take it out on my car. That I'll go hop in the loader and crush somebody else's old car.
Ooh, I want to crush something with a loader.
You can anytime you. Well, I always have cars that need crushing.
I'm telling you, when you get a 6.7 engine, Ray and I were flying out there, and we're
Okay.
gonna make we're gonna be part of a taking apart
Yeah,
thing.
we'll do a tear down together.
Can we drive around town with no doors on a Hellcat like the locals do?
Yeah, but it's really cold here, so it's probably not a great idea.
I'll wear my Carhartt.
I don't think that's gonna matter. I'm pretty sure those cars are
Supposed
not
to get-
aerodynamically meant to drive without doors, so there's gonna be a ton of wind inside the car.
It's supposed to be in the 40s starting Friday for lows for the next
Ooh.
week.
That's our highs, so shut up.
Been in the 60s
That's
and
cold for Florida.
Pappy and Nana Lale, I would be getting the OEM for sure. For sure.
Hey, Eric, if I drive this to you, can I tear it down with you?
Yeah, I don't care. We can do that. It's a long drive, man.
13 hours.
Yeah.
How many?
13.
Damn.
I mean, I drove 13 last night, so
Like nothing.
like nothing.
I love long drives, don't get me wrong, but I also like long drives and then being at a location for a period of time, a week, at least 5 days a week.
I mean, I
Ooh.
drove to Michigan and I was in Michigan for 2 weeks. Then
Hmm.
now I'm in South Carolina.
It's 16 hours for me to drive to St. Louis.
It's not too bad.
And
That's like driving to Michigan.
I
It's
don't
about an
I don't think I
hour
have
to
that
the
kind of stamina
airport
anymore.
and then take a plane to St. Louis for me.
I've driven from Tampa to St. Louis, but I did it in 2 days because I didn't want to. I didn't feel like rolling home at 4 a.m. It's just not.
Mhm.
Just being, ugh.
Yeah, Megan was really funny. I bought one of my cars down in Florida. We did a destination wedding. I bought this BMW down there, and instead of flying back like we had tickets for, we bought this car and drove it back. And I had to put a gas tank in it in an apartment complex parking lot before I could drive it back to
Ooh.
St. Louis without my tools, which was great. But I got it done, and this is early on into our relationship, and she's like, "I don't sleep in cars," and I was like, "No, you can sleep. Like, there's nothing to do. We're gonna be on the road for 8 hours today. You might as well just get some shut eye." And 10 minutes into the drive, we're not even out of Tampa, and she's got her head over at the passenger seat, mouth open. And people are like pointing at her and driving by.
Oh, that's
I was
great.
like, "You don't sleep in cars, okay?"
That's funny. 8.5 to Michigan. I gotta go to see Limitless, and it's like 8 hours and 45 minutes. Ugh. It's just like that's a day's worth of work. I'd be working all day. I said I'm driving.
I can't fly. And Aaron's seen why I can't fly.
Oh, that would have been a lot of an extra overages.
Oh, just from all your luggage? Hmm.
A 4-month-old
I
has a
I
lot
mean,
of
you could have
luggage.
put your vehicle on an auto train and then get on the train or fly.
No. No.
Yeah.
I don't trust no one else in my stuff. I'll
I
drive.
don't think Cody wants to fly.
Yeah, I don't want to fly.
I
I
don't
don't want. I don't like flying.
see. The flying part is the easy part. It's dealing with the airport that I hate, and
Yep.
then having to grab cabs and Ubers. I don't like that. But flying, once you're in the airplane, it's fine for me.
Yeah, the actual flight is easy. It's the before, after.
You just
And
don't like
dealing with
dealing
all
with
that
the
crap.
airport. I don't like dealing with the air. There's no airport that I'm like, oh man, I don't want to leave. Every airport, like when I landed in Vegas, I was like, get me out of here.
Oh, geez, I know.
You know what? It's like when the plane lands and everybody stands up to get off the plane. It's
And
like,
they're not
where
going
are you
anywhere.
going? Keep going.
Yeah, I hate that.
Just
I like look at people like, you're in row 97. What are you doing?
They haven't even opened the door yet, and people are standing in the aisle. It's like,
Yeah.
where are you going? Like,
Just sit
you're
down,
gonna
bro.
step
I know.
15 feet
I
down.
know. Like we're all going through the same door, the hole in the plane.
Heck,
I
There's-
I'm
know.
guilty of that once. We showed up late and I had to make a connecting flight across the airport. And I was out of my seat moving people out of the way, like, excuse me, I'm late. I'm late. I have to run across the airport. Really sorry, but I'm late. And they're like, okay. Like nobody cared. I just told them, hey, I gotta go. I have to get another flight. And everyone's like, oh, dude's gonna be late and miss another flight. We'll get out of his way.
Yeah.
But the ones that are just like lurking in the aisle,
They're like,
you know,
yeah. I would love your torso in my face right now. Could you please just stand right next to me?
It's always the dude with the shirt that's unbuttoned at the bottom, reaching up to get his bag out of the overhead. And you're in the aisle, and you're just like, come on, dude. It takes them forever to get out of the overhead. Like, it's the easiest game of Tetris you can ever play. I don't see why it's so complicated for people.
No, it is. The problem
You're
is that
supposed to
it's like, I don't know how to explain this very well, but a lot of people fly. Like you have a large sample size amongst a lot of people. So you deal with people that are used to flying, people that never fly, first timers, people that are a nuisance around everybody else. And then, like if you go to like your local spots, you see the same people and the sample size is not really an adequate representation of the entire country or world or whatever. But on an airplane or in line at the DMV, you deal with everyone. Good people, bad people, everyone.
Smelly people. Ugh.
Cody, they're supposed to start flying out of Lakeland.
Yeah,
like-
Lakeland's big enough to fly out of now with the Amazon planes coming in and out of there.
Well, there's a company that's has a contract going in, I think, next year.
There's a reason why I got pre-check because I hate dealing with all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And having to take my shoes off, my belt off, all that stupidity. Take the laptop out of the bag.
Didn't have to do that.
I'm so used to doing that.
I never had to take my laptop out once. It went right through the scanner.
I've always had
Yeah.
to. They're always
some airports
dicks.
make you take them out, some don't.
Every airport I went through on the way to Vegas, never had to take it out. They're like, "You have a
Yeah.
laptop?" I was like, yeah, they're like, "Yeah, stick it in the scanner."
Yeah, Florida Tampa and Sarasota, I have to take laptops out.
Huh.
Like they make you take them out and they get their own bin, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Raleigh didn't, Colorado didn't, Las Vegas didn't, Austin didn't. They just asked when I left Las Vegas, they asked if I had a laptop, and I said, yeah. And they were like, yeah, go through that line and just stick your bag in the scanner. That was it.
Huh.
Yeah, every time I flew out of Detroit, Grand Rapids, or Lansing, Tampa, Sanford, Orlando, they always want it out. Then I got
Haven't said-
pre-check.
Kevin said, I've flown 252 times, and believe me, I never got up early. There's no point.
Yeah, he does have a point. Oh my god, so bad.
Check out what I just put in the chat.
Checking the chat. Whoops, not
Ouch.
whiteboards.
I seen that on your community tab.
Yeah.
Oh. How did you do that?
Oh,
Bad idea multiplied with another bad idea. Not a cheater pipe like everybody thinks.
It was your right hand.
Yeah.
how
I
how
just
did you not break the teeth out of the ratchet first?
well, let's just say there are things that are considered, you know what an SST is, a special service tool.
Mhm.
A gear ratchet 15 millimeter ratcheting wrench is not a special service tool. So
Did we put that picture up for the other people to see, or did we
how do I do that?
think you have to screen share?
Okay, if I can figure out how to do that.
Said SST. I thought you were talking about
it should be right on like the bottom.
Yeah,
like share your
give me a
screen.
minute. All right, share screen.
Yep, share screen. Yep, and then click on it.
Yeah,
Close all your inappropriate windows.
I always do this. Do that. So yeah,
Damn, look at that thing.
that's a little. It's supposed to be straight, just so everybody knows.
Impressive.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to the Matco guy. He's gonna be like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But here's your new wrench. I hope.
Yeah, mine was unfortunately Mac. I don't have any way to return or exchange any of my Mac tools, so we don't buy Mac tools anymore.
The comment says, but how? With a bunch of question marks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like one of those. I think this is gonna work. No. It did not work.
Ah,
I have a 17 millimeter wrench, a Craftsman that's bent like 15 degrees.
like a
And
little half moon, not half moon, but
yeah, like a crescent moon or
Yep.
something. And I still use it, it works fine. But this one just was I didn't know it was bent. I mean, I knew it was bending. I just thought it would get to a point and then be stronger. And it turns out that it got to a point and it was weaker and it broke.
and it broke.
He thought it was being forged when it was bending.
Yeah. Yeah, it did not yeah. I learned a thing. I won't do that again. I might do that again.
How tight was that bolt?
Tight, really tight. I got it loose, but I had to use other methods to get it loose. My 3/4 inch impact laughed at it, or it laughed at my impact, I should say.
Jeez, I believe it. Everything is stronger until it isn't. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, there was no pipe on that. There was no pipe on that at all. So
That's funny. Ouch, that was not my funny bone. Oh, that wasn't funny. Oh, Nike.
That's kind of what I'm worried about taking off this crank bolt tomorrow
What's
on
your
the F-150.
what's your angular of attack? What are you gonna do?
Pray to God it comes loose with the 1/2 inch ratchet.
which bolt?
Crank bolt on the 3-liter.
Oh man, that's probably
Oh.
tight.
It's 400 Newton meters ish.
Did you use that to take the other one off?
I haven't even touched it yet, so.
Well, I'm saying on the last one, were you able to?
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't have to take that one off because the guy didn't want to do oil pump. This guy wants to do oil pump, so.
Oh, you can take the cover off without taking the crank. What you call it off?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna be a tight bolt because I
I
think it's
did
like
not know.
250 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees.
Like shit for real.
And all that's holding it is the block that goes in the start and where the starter goes. That's all it holds it. And one tooth in the flywheel.
One tooth in the flywheel does that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And get it hot. Put the heat on it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Mm-mm-mm. I think noises are the worst. How long was the pipe on the wrench?
Yeah, Honda 3.5 crank bolts could be, those Honda crank bolts are also really tight. They can be. It really depends on who's worked on them before. But if you have a weighted socket and a good impact, they're usually not too bad.
I've got my Milwaukee and my Cornwell long flex head ratchet.
Are you doing this in the truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I don't have no way to pull cabs, so
Yeah, I mean,
Not yet.
You can
Yeah.
pull cabs at my shop all day. Just
Oh.
drive over here. If you just drove over here, you can just do it like right over here.
Well, that would defeat my video series right now.
Mm,
The whole DIY video series.
you can DIY it on my lift.
there you go.
But people won't have a hoist in their driveway.
I mean, you can do it in my driveway if you want. I don't care. Just come over and hang out with me.
They're gonna go to Harbor Freight and buy a freaking gantry crane and
Yeah.
Oh
They're
no!
gonna have it
They're
like
gonna
that one
build
I
a
seen.
gantry out
They're
of
gonna have
2x4s.
eyelets on 2x6s through the windows, like with the windows open.
Yeah, just make it out of 2x4s and
funny.
plywood.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
just make a
one-
gantry like that.
Like the one in Detroit
Yeah,
That was
exactly,
creaking.
just like that one. Some
that was
plywood
creaking.
and sheet
Creak,
metal
creak.
screws.
Creak, creak. All right, everybody, we're gonna hang it up here. We're gonna hang out the after party. I appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with us, checking out what was of the emails. We kind of went off onto an alternate 1985 tangent, but stay tuned for Friday. We're gonna have a fun one. This is one of the last videos at that institution, and it is on my own truck, which I think you guys might enjoy. So I will see you guys on Friday. Let me know what you guys think. To Rain Man, I Do Cars, Guy, Whiffy, Bearded Fortech, and CPs.